problem until we can get Turf back in the building, right? Because I have some things that I think I need Turf to weigh in on. But you know, I've said it once and I'll continue to say it again, right? The Raiders have a DB problem that I think cannot be ignored. We cannot ignore this DB problem. I think, we need to go and sign someone or look to whatever else we can do to solve this problem. Some people have a lot of faith in the room right now. I'm gonna be honest, as far as like after Jack Jones, I don't have a lot of faith in the room. I got faith in Jack Jones that he's gonna be that guy that we need, but after that, not too much faith in what's going on there. So I think a veteran is sorely needed, and not only to that degree, I've said this too, right? The room is young as far as corners and shit, like corner safeties, like the shit. We're young, bro, real young. You got Jack Jones, you got Jacorian Bennett, Brandon Faison's probably the oldest guy there, and then you just drafted 2 dudes. So like the room, I think the average age is somewhere around like 26. That's the average when you put it all together. That shit is young, bro. That's real young. And to Turf's point, he said it before he left on that last link, right? Like, you have some guys that kind of have to get reeled in a tad, right? And I love the fire. I love it. I love the fire, right? The fire brings out the best in the competition, right? At the end of the day, like we gonna talk our shit like we do, and when we talk our shit, we gonna actually whoop your ass, and there's nothing you can do about it. I love that, but with that comes a line that you must walk, right? With that comes a line that you must walk, and you must know when to turn the shit off and when to actually play into that, or not even play into that, actually like get into that mode, right? And as of right now, I see a lot of guys that probably, and once again, I love it, but probably don't know how to distinguish reel it the fuck back. You know what I mean? We saw plenty of examples last year of that, right? Jack Jones in the Kansas City game. We probably didn't see it too much on his face, but Jacorian Bennett and the way he played, you can tell he was flustered, right? Rookies coming in, learning the new system, having to go against fucking Devontae Adams, right? Like these are a lot of stresses and a lot of shit put on young players and DBs. I think we need a veteran guy who's been there, done that, kind of can have some leadership in that room, right? And also command that other corner spot with ability as well. That's where I'm at right now. And I think all those factors right there make me believe that we need another guy. But y'all let me know, man. It's all about y'all. How y'all feel, man? Do y'all feel that the Raiders have a DB problem? I 100% feel like there is a DB problem here. And so here it is. Our defensive line will take care of the DBs. And to a degree, I do agree with you, John. I do. But then I get to this point as well. Football is just a fickle game, bro. You never know what happens on a week in and out basis, bro. You just don't. You know what I mean? We all been watching football for a long ass time, so we know how it goes, right? You assume some shit, and sometimes, right, the assumptions are correct, and we're gonna get to Raiders defensive rankings in a minute, right? But the assumptions can be correct, but week in and week out, sometimes shit falls off, shit wavers, right? And not only to that degree, we have quarterbacks in this division that sometimes the defensive line don't really fucking matter. You know what I mean? And sometimes you got to have guys that know how to be sticky, know how to plaster. You know what I mean? At the same time, know how to be physical at the point of contact when the ball is snapped if they're playing man coverage as well, and know how to stay sticky, like I said. So there are going to be times where these DBs are going to be counted on. There's going to be times where the defensive line isn't going to be as effective, right? There's going to be times. And as of right now, if that happens, I'm not confident in anybody but Jack Jones. That's for real. I'm worried. Well, oh no. Hobbs too. Hobbs too. But like Hobbs is in the outside corner, so I'm not even like counting him. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's why I'm not even like saying shit about Hobbs, is because he's a slot, bro. I don't want to see Hobbs on the outside at all. Like at no point should he ever go back to the outside, in my opinion. But if I'm not even counting Hobbs, he's a slot, bro. He is what he is. So he cool. We talking about purely cornerback 2, bro. I have no faith in that. Now I can be proven wrong. I would love to be proven wrong. But as of right now, yeah, that's not where I'm at. That's not where I'm at. So let me see what y'all talking about in here, man. Federo says, don't trust JB or Faison at cornerback 2. I don't. Because even if guys tell me, oh, we trust Jacorian Bennett, right? Like, boom, from there, now we talking about, or we don't trust Jacorian Bennett. Now we talking about Brandon Faison. What fear does he strike? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm straight, bro. I am straight. I don't think that would be a viable option, in my opinion, to start Brandon Faison. So now you go over the rookies. 4th round, 7th round. Gets dicey. Right now, we talking dicey shit. Right now, it just looks bad right now to me. Now, of course, opinion can change with, a signing here or somebody playing better in camp and exceeding expectations. But as of right now, what we have to go off of, not on that. Let's see. Beezy says he wants us to pick up Gilmore. Just saw something about Gilmore as well, where he's just said he talked to Josina Anderson, I believe. And he said something about I can pull it up too. He said something about teams not wanting to, take that chance on him because of his age, right? And I see some people say he played very well. I don't know. The last image I got of Stephon Gilmore was not a positive one. I will say that the last time I saw him, he kind of was barbecue chicken in that motherfucking Green Bay game. But hey, as we look, I'm gonna pull it up for y'all so everybody can see what I'm talking about right here, right? Boom. So we talking about Stephon Gilmore, but he says something today, and he talks about his pending decision, right? I'm still focused on playing, but it has to be the right opportunity. I feel it like it's the age thing. And if people can't see it, let me go ahead. Hold on. I know how motherfuckers are. We got some of the crowd whose eyes are not as good as others. I'll say it like that. But I'll still focus on playing, but it has to be the right opportunity. I feel like it's the age thing with some of these teams. If I was 28, I would already have been signed by now. I agree with that. At the same time, I know the value I still bring. If you watch the tape, I feel like I played well the last 2 years and literally almost played every snap last year. So I'm staying patient while watching my son, who's a wide receiver and a cornerback, lock people up on the field with defensive back skills too. So, you see right now, he's focusing on the family. He's focusing on what he's got to do. But at the end of the day, I personally think the last time I saw Stephon Gilmore, it was not a positive image of what I saw from Stephon Gilmore. Now, I agree with him there of saying if he was 28, he'd be signed, bro. Like, I think we would have threw that bag already. To be honest with you, we would have threw some money at him if he was 28. But it is the fact that he is veteran. It's the fact that the last thing you saw of him wasn't good. So where do you go from there? But just wanted to show y'all what Stephon Gilmore said right there, and where he's at in his decision. But you look at the teams that Josina Anderson is, hashtagging. You talk about Cowboys, back to the Cowboys, Colts, Patriots, Bills, Panthers. So doesn't seem to be on the Raiders' radar. As of right now, does not seem to be on the Raiders' radar. But I got to be honest with y'all. I don't think he's on our radar either. I don't. I think the two dudes that you got to be focused on is going to be Xavier Howard and Steven Nelson. I think it's Steven Nelson, bro. I think it's Xavier Howard and Steven Nelson. Now, I saw a comment in here as I'm looking. Let me see. Do you like Adoree Jackson? I do not. I'm not an Adoree Jackson fan. I don't think that'd be a good option. I think that's another Meek to me, to be honest with you. We bring him in, we don't change nothing. No size changes, right? Like nothing changes to me if you bring him in. I think it's the same thing as when you had a meat. It's you're right at that level again. I want a guy that's going to exceed that. You know what I mean? I think that Xavier Howard, even Steven Nelson to a degree, the way he played last year, I think is an upgrade over that. I don't. Adore is too inconsistent to me. I thought, and coming out of college, I definitely thought he'd be better. But also, you know my thing, right, George? You know how I be with these corners, bro. We always signing these small ass corners. So that's another reason I don't want that. Terrence, salute to my guy, man. Glad you in the building, man. Let me see. I think we will pick up a vet, Howard or Jackson. See, I'm not a Jackson fan, but if we pick up Howard, I'm with it. Once again, I continue to say, man, Steven Nelson. That's a name to watch, man. If he's not picked up already, that's a name to watch. Jack the Hitman Jones, I like that. And Nate, not on my turf, Hobbs is going to teach these young bucks the Raider way. Agreed. But as it stands right now, on the outside, we real slim, Chris. Real slim on what we got to do. So hopefully these guys can improve, right? Hopefully these guys can come in and show some shit. Maybe we got a steal in one of these rookies. Hopefully. So we'll see. And Telesco's track record, right? He finds DBs now. Telesco will fuck around and find a DB. So if he can find something, that would very much help our cause, man. Very much help our cause. What about the UDFAs at corner? This draft was loaded, and the cornerback position means there's some pretty good UDFAs. Yeah, but then again, we're now relying on UDFAs to make plays, right? And it's like that's a huge leap. That's a huge leap, right? If you're talking about a UDFA to come from that to be a reliable starting corner in the NFL, like that's a huge leap. And if we have that, so be it. But I don't see a UDFA doing anything that our guy from the 4th round ain't gonna do. You know what I mean? That's just me. But we need a veteran corner. Gilmore would be nice. You know, wouldn't mind Gilmore, but looks like he's not on the radar. Chris says we don't need another Matador Ole Peters. I agree with that. We don't need another one of them damn shits right there. So if we're gonna bring in a veteran, it's got to be a guy with some fire. Now Xavier Howard, I do like him, but sometimes he does look like he be loafing the fuck around. Sometimes I will be honest with you. So that's something I do worry about there. But then I think he be a guy. He comes here with a dude like AP. He gonna be energized to play. So it might be something different. And with him, if he's on and healthy, oh yeah, he's nice. He's nice. So OJ says, "What's good, fam? Hey, salute to you, my guy. Glad you in the building, man. We sitting here waiting on turf. Hold on. This man's trying to figure out the new link. Let me see. But yeah, you know, we're sitting here waiting on turf. But at the end of the day, like, yeah, Howard, I like Howard. Now, you say you would take Gilly over Howard. Now, as far as the like competitive standpoint and being into it, I agree. I might fuck around and go with Gilly, but then at the same time, last thing I saw of Gilly wasn't good. So, and he's a little bit older. So the fire will be lit regardless of whatever veteran we get, because AP is going to be a guy that if you come and play here, you understand what you're coming to play here for. But, you know, still, he's going to light that fire. Now, look, okay, Howard or Nelson, good vets. I'm telling you, man, a lot of people don't really talk about Steven Nelson. Steven Nelson had a pretty good year last year. So if we sign that, I like that. I would like that. And that would balance out the room. And then there we go. And then that's a guy where that clearly says to me, I mean, any of these guys you get really, but I mean, it clearly says like you're waiting to see if one of these guys can perform and then become that viable starting option, right? That's what you're hoping. So that I like both of those options right there. You look at JC, you saying JC Jackson can be another Jack Jones situation. Teams have given up on him. In the right situation and support, he can flourish again. Yeah, I don't know what happened, bro. I don't know what happened. I can't really pinpoint what happened to JC Jackson, but honestly, I don't know if he would fit here. Don't know if he would fit here. I'd rather address the other guys than address this. Let me see. The fact that DB was addressed so late in the draft tell me it's Bennett's season, which scares me. I don't have that much faith. But at the end of the day, I we'll see. If he can do it, perfect.